Hello everyone. So dear students, today we are going to start with the lesson chapter number 8 of Reader, that is Jalebis. Before we start, I would like to tell you something about the author of this chapter. The author of this chapter is Ahmad Nazim Qasmi. He was born in the village of Anga in Khushab district, that is in British India. He graduated from a high school in 1931. He edited several prominent literary journals. Even he contributed weekly columns to national newspapers for several decades. His poetry has included both traditional ghazals and modern nazms. So let's get started with the story of the chapter. The narrator was a 5th standard schoolboy. One day, he went to school with 4 rupees in his pocket. He has to pay his school fee. But Ghulam Muhammad, who collected the fee, was absent. All through the day, the coins simply sat in his pocket, but once he walked out of the school, they began to jingle. One coin actually spoke to him to eat the hot, syrupy, and fresh jalebis. Money was meant to be spent, but the boy hesitated to spend his fee money. He knew how strict his school teacher was, but the coins were not convinced. They began to speak at the same time. The boy grabbed all 4 of them tight in his fist. As soon as he loosened his grip, the oldest coin asked him if he didn't feel like eating jalebis, and then he was to get his scholarship money of 4 rupees the next day. He could easily pay the fee. The boy's mouth watered, but still he dared not to buy the jalebis. He was brilliant in studies. He came of a well-to-do family also. It wasn't right for him to eat jalebis in the middle of the bazaar. But the coins did not give in. They convinced the boy. They were so keen on being spent that day. The boy returned home and went inside for lunch. He wanted to control his desire for jalebis, but finally he surrendered. He ran to the sweetmeat seller and bought them worth a rupee. He got quite a lot of them. Seeing his uncle returning from court, the boy ran into a lane. He ate as many jalebis as he could. Soon the boys from the neighborhood surrounded him. He started distributing them among the children. He spent the remaining 3 rupees also on jalebis and handed them out to the children. He ran. He then washed his hands and mouth also. He returned home. He felt it was difficult to digest such a lot. All night he suffered stomach. In the morning he was all right and headed for school. He faced another problem over there. Now the scholarship was to be paid the following month. His head began to spin. When the recess bell rang, he left the school and reached the railway station. He was sad and scared. Had he known about the delay in the payment of scholarship money, he would have never spent the money on jalebis. Now, spending fee amount on jalebis is now becoming heavy on him. He thought of the teacher's cane, so he began to pray. He recited the entire namaz to make happy God. He felt sorry and he appealed to God to send him 4 rupees. But all his plans misfired, means all his plans were in vain. Allah Miya showed no mercy. One day he was caught. The report of his absence from school had reached home. It took him several years to realize that God helps those who help themselves. God doesn't give anything if one asks for it. One should be careful about one's behavior. Then this thing he finally understood. So I hope this story is clear to you. You have already also learned one moral from this story, that God helps those who help themselves. One should be careful about one's behavior. Before doing anything, we should be careful. We should think before doing anything in our life. So go through the chapter once again and try to understand the story. Thank you and have a nice